Hello guys, welcome to Learning with Prep Class. I am your tutor, Adinu. In this video, I'll be solving questions 46 to 50 from our Aqua Basic Science 2015 questions. After this video, you will have gained understanding on how to carefully select the correct answer when solving questions in basic science. It's usually fun having you guys around, and I know this video will be a worthwhile session. Do not forget to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. You can go the extra mile of leaving a comment so you can communicate for effective learning. Without further ado, let's zoom in. Question 46. Which of the following gases is required for rusting to take place? A. Oxygen, B. Hydrogen, C. Nitrogen, D. Carbon dioxide. For us to carefully select the correct answer, we need to analyze all of the options and see which one best answers our question. Now, when you're talking about rusting, rusting is the degradation of metal, specifically iron. So other metals also degrade, but we don't call them rusting, we call them corrosion. They corrode. So the term there for other metals is corrode. But for rusting, it has to do with iron. And that gas that is required for rusting to take place is not hydrogen, it's neither nitrogen, it's not carbon dioxide, but it is oxygen. So oxygen also in the presence of water makes that ion to form an oxide which is known as rust. So oxygen is the gas required for rusting to take place. Let me read to us this explanation for better understanding and conviction. Now, oxygen necessary for rusting, as iron can form iron oxide when combined with oxygen, completing the oxide and forming ferrous oxide, that is rust. So, oxygen is necessary for rusting. It brings about the formation of the iron oxide, and is also carried out in the presence of water. Alright, let's check it out. So question 46, option A, oxygen, is our correct answer. Let's look at the next question. Question 47, the temperature at which a substance changes from liquid to solid is called dash point. A, melting point, B, boiling point, C, freezing point, D, sublimation point. For us to carefully select the correct answer, we need to analyze all of the options and see which one best answers our question. Now, we know melting or melting point is that temperature in which a solid changes into liquid. That's melting point. It melts from solid to liquid. So that's not our answer. So the boiling point is also the temperature in which a liquid becomes a vapor. It vaporizes. It vaporizes. So that's also not our answer. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, so that's the boiling point. And at that point, the water would change into vapor, which is also known as gas. So boiling point is not our answer. Now, freezing. It's that temperature in which a liquid changes into solid. So water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. So freezing point is our correct answer. The liquid changes to solid. And sublimation is that temperature or a condition. It's a condition where a solid changes into gas. So some solids sublime. Example, camphor. Camphor can change into gas over time, and as it goes through that process, it reduces in size. So our correct answer for question 47 is option C, freezing. Let's check it out. Question 47, option C, freezing, is our correct answer. Let's look at the next question. Question 48. The amount of current flowing through an electric circuit is measured by A, ammeter, B, ohmmeter, C, voltmeter, D, fuse. For us to carefully select the correct answer, we need to know the use or the function of all of these options, then we can best select the correct answer. So we are going to be looking at the definition or the use of all of these functions, and that will aid us in selecting the correct answer. Let's check it out. So an ammeter from ampere meter is a measuring instrument used to measure the current in a circuit, and that's our correct answer. An ammeter is a measuring instrument used to measure the current in a circuit. So option A is actually our correct answer. Let's look at other options and see why they are not our correct answer. Ohmmeter, instrument for measuring electrical resistance, which is expressed in ohms. So an ohmmeter is used for measuring electrical resistance. A voltmeter is an instrument used for measuring electric potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit. So a voltmeter is used for measuring potential difference between 2 points in an electric circuit. Fuse or fuses are sacrificial devices used to protect much more expensive electrical components from the damaging effects of overcurrent. So we plug a fuse to a switch, then we plug our electrical appliance. So when there is an overcurrent, instead of our electrical appliance to get damaged, the fuse gets damaged. So that's what the fuse is used for. So let's check out our answer. Question 48, option A, ammeter, is our correct answer. Let's look at the next question. Question 49, radioactivity is the spontaneous decay of the dash A, nucleus, B, atom, C, electron, D, proton. For us to carefully select our correct answer, we'll analyze all of the options and see which one best answers our question. Now, when we're talking about radioactivity, it is the emission of radiation. But this emission of radiation is brought about as a result of the decay of the nucleus. So when the nucleus of an atom is unstable or is trying to attain stability, it tends to decay, bringing about the emission of radiation. And that's what we call radioactivity. It's not the decay of an atom, neither is it the decay of an electron or a proton, but it's the decay of the nucleus. That's why radioactivity is known as nuclear energy. It's also nuclear energy because it results from the decay of the nucleus. So option A is our correct answer. So I'll still have to read out this explanation to us for better understanding and conviction. As its name implies, radioactivity is the act of emitting radiation spontaneously, so very fast, spontaneously. It's not an enhanced reaction. You don't need to cause the reaction to occur. It happens on its own. That's what we mean by spontaneous. When a reaction is not spontaneous, that means the reaction is being forced to happen. You bring in a catalyst that will make the reaction occur. But for radioactivity, you don't need a catalyst to make the reaction occur. It happens on its own. So this is done by an atomic nucleus that, for some reason, is unstable. It wants to give up some energy in order to shift to a more stable configuration. So that's radioactivity, and it's done by an atomic nucleus. Alright, for question 49, option A, nucleus, is our correct answer. Alright, let's look at the next question. Question 50. Which of the following instruments is used for measuring relative humidity? A, barometer, B, hydrometer, C, hygrometer, D, photometer. For us to carefully select the correct answer, we need to understand the question, then we'll analyze the options and see which one best answers our question. So when you're talking about relative humidity basically means the amount of water present in air. So there are particular periods in our weather or climatic conditions where you see that the air looks wet than usual. It's not drizzling, it's not raining, but you can observe that the air looks wet. So that's what we call humidity. So the instrument used for calculating or for measuring relative humidity is no other than the hygrometer. It's not the barometer. The barometer is used for measuring pressure. The hygrometer is used for measuring specific gravity, and the photometer is used for measuring light intensity. But the instrument used for measuring relative humidity is hygrometer. And we should take note of that, knowing fully well that most of these instruments looks similar when pronouncing or in spelling. So hygrometer would be our correct answer. But we'll still look at the explanation for all of these options so we'll have a better understanding to it. So a barometer is a scientific instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure. So it's used to measure atmospheric pressure. That's the barometer. A hygrometer is an instrument used to determine specific gravity. That's a hygrometer. Then hygrometer is the instrument used in meteorological science to measure the humidity or the amount of water vapor in the air. So that's the hygrometer. And the photometer is a device used to measure diverse aspects of light intensity. Just as the name implies, photo, which means light. So photometer, used to measure light intensity. So our correct answer is hygrometer. So for question 50, option C, hygrometer is our correct answer. Alright, this is how far we can go with this video. I hope we had fun. Our answers came out right when we analyzed the options. I'm using this time out to ask us to join our WhatsApp group using this link below so we can get updates on more videos to come and we can ask questions and comment on the previous videos we've seen. It was fun having you guys around. Till I come your way again. Bye!